Taylor and Travis engaged, the summer I turned pretty, and so much more from this summer. My name is Kerr.
And I'm Aliyah Guthrie. Welcome to our 9th season of The Leap, your one-stop shop for pop culture news.
New album, new era, and new engagement. Taylor Swift is truly doing it all right now. What are your thoughts?
I absolutely love Taylor Swift. I'm a big Swiftie, as they like to call it, and I actually went to her tour back last May to Nashville, and she really is doing it all. I'm so happy for her and her newly fiance, Travis Kelce, who is a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, I'm so excited for her. As we can tell through her music, she has been through the mud with these men. So I'm happy she's locking it down. And big congrats to her. What can you tell us about her new album?
Yeah, so her new album comes out October 3rd, and it's called The Life of a Showgirl. And I know that I'm going to be shaking it down like a showgirl whenever it comes out. I absolutely love her music, and I love how exquisite she is as a person.
Congrats to her, and we also want to say congrats to Millie Bobby Brown for adopting a new baby girl with her new husband, Jake Bon Jovi. Now, she has received some criticism on this, her being so young, and she's moving fastly through all these milestones, but I congratulate her because here's the deal. I think she did grow up faster than everybody else being in the industry that she's in. And you know what? She's financially stable. She can afford to have a kid. So if she wants to be a mother, go be a mother.
Absolutely. In this economy, it is vital to be able to be stable and provide for your children. So absolutely, hats off to her because she's just fabulous as well, just like Taylor Swift.
Yes. Slay.
Yes.
To the both of them.
And I love Stranger Things, of course, so I'll be watching that when it comes out as well. In other news this summer, Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah seems to be the big question of the summer.
Let's take it in studio, Field Frog, with Taylor Kroner to see what team the TCU community is on.
Thanks, Miller and Aliyah. So, I just watched the newest episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty, and it was absolutely chaotic. Now, let's add some of that chaos and talk about the Fisher Boys. So, 10% of the people said Jeremiah is their favorite character, but 90% said Conrad. Personally, I am a big Conrad girl. He's so selfless, so kind, and he was there for Belly, even though she was being extremely stubborn. And at the end of the day, he didn't buy a cheap ring or a $700 cake like some, aka Jeremiah. Well, that's all. Now let's go back to Miller and Aliyah.
Thank you, Taylor. Okay, what team are you on?
Personally, I'm Team Conrad just because I've seen the clips surfacing online of how chuggy Team Jeremiah is, and I don't know if I could handle all that.
Well, I'm glad everyone at TCU is on the same page, and we all love Conrad. He's got it together.
Absolutely.
He did the work. He has a therapist. He is okay with himself. Now I need Belly to leave Jeremiah, go study abroad, get good with herself, and then they can be one.
Exactly. I was going to say she needs to focus on her focus before she can elaborate with somebody else, if that makes sense to our viewers.
Yeah, I totally agree. But the season finale is in a few weeks. I will be glued to my couch every Wednesday until that show is over. In other TV summer news, we had the Love Island reunion this week. Did you watch this season or did you watch last season?
I personally kept up with last season just because it was so electrifying watching everyone in their different characteristics. My personal favorite was Kaylor, but it's because, you know, I had this emotional attachment towards people when they share their emotions, and so I think that's why she stood out for me the most. But there's some beef right now, actually, with her and Liv on their new spinoff series.
I've seen the beef. The spinoff series is great, and I do not think that this most recent cast of Love Island is going to get a spinoff series. I don't think they found love. We only had 2 couples still together at the reunion, Nick and Olandria and Shelly and Ace. Now, the winner, Amaya, and Honestly, I don't even know what his name is.
I think it's Brian, if I'm not mistaken.
Brian. They were together at the reunion, but since then, I believe they have broken up.
Yikes. That does
So.
not sound like a good time at all, and that is why I did not keep up with this season, because it just wasn't as exciting as the previous one.
Wasn't as good. Looking ahead, next week, tune in to watch the season finale of Bachelor in Paradise. Now, have you been watching Bachelor in Paradise?
Unfortunately, I have not kept up with it. However, I think you should tell our viewers what you think.
I will, and you know what? I don't blame you for not watching it, because this season they changed the whole structure of the show. It is no longer Bachelor in Paradise in my eyes. It is too hot to handle. Why? Because they have a cash prize now. I don't like that.
Yikes.
It's not love anymore, it's a game. Their strategy now. I also think that it has some Survivor aspects to it. They're starting to vote off other cast members.
I don't like that idea. I think you should stick with something that's original and not try to base it off of other shows.
I agree. They need to get back to their roots. Everyone loved Bachelor in Paradise. It was their best show within the whole Bachelor franchise. Why'd they have to switch it up? I don't know.
Keep it the same.
In other TV news, we have a Dancing with the Stars starting soon. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I know that I'm a dancer myself, and you mentioned you were a dancer previously to me, so that is just going to be so off the chain exciting. What do you have to say about it?
I am hype. We know thus far that Robert Irwin, Alex Earl, Jen Affleck, and Whitney Levitt will be on this season, and there are some speculations of who else could be on the show, including Hilaria Baldwin, Dylan Efron, Trisha Paytas, Jason Kelsey.
Snap.
I know. Who out of those people would you want to see on the show?
I would absolutely die to see Trisha Paytas on the show. As someone who used to watch her growing up, oh my word, that is so exciting to see. And I just know she could get moving and grooving on there. Trust me, write it down. She's on every single show. She was on, what was it? She was on so many shows. She was on Survivor, I think. She was on just a ton of television shows, and she makes a great character on TV.
She is a character. I think she'd be great on this show. I really want to see Taylor Lautner on this show. Not the boy from Twilight, not Jacob. I want to see his wife, whose name is ironically also Taylor Lautner, after they got married, on the show. I think she deserves it. She has a great podcast, and she would love to be on that show. So
yeah.
I recommend her. They're deep in practice right now, but the cast will be revealed next Monday on GMA.
That's really exciting. Also, let me clarify. I think it was X Factor that I tried to elaborate on. X Factor, Trish like fish. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, because I was like, I have seen every single season of Survivor. I don't think I've seen her on there.
Yeah, but she's fabulous though, and she's killing it in the game. She's a mother, she's a wife. That is excellent in her career.
We love Trisha Paytas. What can we say?
Trish like fish.
That's all we have for you this week. Remember to follow us on Instagram at TheLeapTCU for all your pop culture updates and your chance to be featured on the show. My name is Kerr.
And I'm Aliyah Guthrie. See you next week.